Top stories tonight. President Buhari grants audience to Nasarawa State Governor. New Commander Presidential Guards Brigade. Senate moves to remove Nigerian police force from PENCOM. National Judicial Council recommends appointment of 9 heads of court, 84 judicial officers. Good evening and thank you for joining us on NTA Abeokuta Channel 12 News. My name is Ayala Balogun. Now the news in full. Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State has formally expressed appreciation of the government and people of the state to the federal government for sustaining the upward trajectory in critical sectors of the state's economy for a prosperous future. The governor delivered the message to President Muhammadu Buhari in the State House, from where correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
A hearty welcome for the Nasarawa State Governor by President Muhammadu Buhari during the thank you visit. Governor Abdullahi Sule and the people of Nasarawa are still basking in the euphoria of the relative peace achieved in parts of the state due to unprecedented support of the federal government as well as the approval of a teaching hospital for the state in Lafia.
To thank him also for the support for the setting up of the Agricultural Machinery Institute that is almost completed right now in Nasarawa State, which Mr. President personally came in to be the one who will inaugurate it.
The governor also used the opportunity to make a case for immediate takeoff of the construction of the Ngitata Panda Gurukumbape Road, already approved by the Federal Executive Council.
We are hoping that it will be taken, this year. But in addition, we didn't just go to rest. If you have been following that road, the state government had taken the initiative at least to start clearing of the road and doing more of like rural road.
President Buhari and the Nasarawa State Governor also discussed the flag off of the APC presidential campaign in Nasarawa, scheduled for the 4th of February.
Chances are bright, chances are excellent, both at the national and at the state level. We strongly believe we should be able to win the election.
And giving an update on the livestock transformation plan, the governor said Nasarawa keyed into the project not only in response to the anti-grazing law in the neighboring Benue State, but also for peace to reign, as herders, as citizens of Nigeria, also deserve protection and indeed a sense of belonging. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The new Commander Presidential Guards, Brigadier General Aminu Mohammed Umar, has formally assumed duty. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that General Umar has already received President Muhammadu Buhari's blessings.
The new Commander, Presidential Guards Brigade, Brigadier General Aminu Umar, was formally introduced to President Muhammadu Buhari by the outgoing Commander, Major General Muhammad Takuti Usman.
How are you? Fine, thank you. Yes. From where are you?
From the Army Headquarters.
Yes. What were you doing in the Army Headquarters?
I was the Chief of Staff to the Chief of Army Staff, sir.
Chief to the Chief. Okay, you are welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to leave you soon.
Major General Takuti Usman, who served as commander of the Guards Brigade for 3 years, now moves to Ibadan as General Officer commanding 2 divisions of the Nigerian Army.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your commitment.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So it's taken about 2 years, sir.
The Presidential Guards Brigade, now to be commanded by Brigadier General Aminu Umar, is responsible for protecting the President of Nigeria, securing Abuja, the nation's capital, as well as performing ceremonial duties. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Senate has embarked on the process of addressing challenges associated with retirement benefits of officers and men of the Nigeria Police Force. A bill to that effect has been subjected to public hearing by the Senate Committee on Police Affairs. Ignatius Nko reports.
In June 2022, the bill seeking to establish a separate pension board for the Nigeria Police passed second reading in the Senate. 7 months after, members of the public have been engaged to make inputs in the proposed law. Senate, through the bill sponsored by Senator Elisha Abu, wants a reform, that is, creating a separate pension platform for the force, just like the Military Pension Board and others.
There's a need to continue to grow their capacities given the changing dynamics of criminality.
We are not unaware that the after retirement has in recent time become a serious challenge to retired officers.
More so when a man feels that you are only using him today, that when he drop this uniform, you will not take care of him tomorrow. How do you expect him to give his best?
Pension Commission, Pension Fund Operators of Nigeria, Nigerian Labour Congress and others made their positions clear.
The National Pension Commission will at any time support enhancement of pension for police officer or any Nigerian worker for that matter. However, the position is that the DBS has failed in Nigeria.
It's for us to insist that before a police leaves service or if he's died, his gratuity should be ready.
Our first come from sustainability. So the police request to exempt from the CPS, it means taking Nigeria back to the dark ages before the pension reforms.
The Nigeria Police Special Force Academy Gwoza Establishment Bill, sponsored by Senator Alain Dume, was also subjected to public hearing.
To provide the necessary training for our police.
Our concern is that there's already another bill which was approved on Wednesday this very week by the Presidential Council, FEC. The bill has covered the grounds for this particular bill.
I wish to express on behalf of the Nigerian Police Force our immense gratitude to the sponsors of these laudable bills.
The police academy is already in existence. The bill seeks to grant it the status of a degree awarding institution. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
The third DG Akinhomi Memorial Lecture has identified the need for journalists to sanitize the profession and embrace more innovation aimed at restoring the confidence of the audience in media content. This was the thrust of a lecture entitled Journalism and Ethical Issues in Nigeria, delivered by the Chairman OGTV Board of Directors, Ambassador Tunde Olatunjoye, in memory of Mr. DG Akinhomi, former General Manager of Ogun State Broadcasting Service, OGBC, in Abeokuta. Yemi Dalimo reports.
The lecture identified the critical role of the media in entrenching democracy in Nigeria and the resilience of journalists in educating, informing and entertaining the Nigerian populace. Speaking on the theme, Journalism and Ethical Issues in Nigeria, the guest lecturer, Ambassador Tunde Olatunjoye, Chairman OGTV Board of Directors, said various ethical issues in the practice of journalism in Nigeria can be corrected with training and retraining of journalists, charging the Nigeria Union of Journalists (NUJ) in the country to rid the profession of quacks, tarnishing the image of the noble profession.
The need to clear journalism of quacks, people who are barely educated, who just think having an Android phone and internet qualifies them to be journalists. Those who are journalists practicing one need to engage in on-the-job training. Employers of journalists need to pay them as at when due.
Ambassador Olatunjoye extolled the telling qualities of the late DG Akinhomi, whom he described as a thoroughbred journalist whose sacrifice in journalism will not be easily forgotten. Family members and friends of the late DG Akinhomi at the memorial lecture appreciated the management and staff of OGBC for the annual lecture, saying it is a way of immortalizing him.
He was a good man, very officious. He was a good family man, good friends and brothers to so many people. So even with that, his legacy lives on.
I want to thank the professor of journalism for what you did in the life of our brother. You gave him all the support he needed to succeed. And we are really very proud of his achievements.
I want to assure you that we have started a gradual moving up the ladder. We are scaling it up. By next year, by inspection, when God prepare our lives, it will be bigger and better.
The late DG Akinhomi, former general manager of OGBC, died at the age of 58, year 2020. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
The Nigeria Customs Service, Ogun Area 1 Command, says It recorded seizure worth over 5 billion naira and generated revenue of over 97 million naira from auction sales of seized petroleum products in year 2022. The controller of the command, Comptroller Bamidele Makinde, disclosed this while briefing press on the activities of the command for year 2022 held at Idiroko, Ogun State. Lukman Adifes's report is presented in this package.
Reading now the achievements of the Nigerian Customs Service Ogun Area 1 Command for the year 2022, Controller Bamidele Makinde explained that with 97,887,777 naira 50 kobo, the command recorded represents 300% increase in income generation compared to 36 million generated from the auction sales of petroleum products and baggage assessment of some items brought from neighboring countries in the previous year, while noting that the anti-smuggling activities of the command yielded good results in the year under review, with seizures of 45,773 bags of smuggled foreign parboiled rice, equivalent of 76 trailer loads and 130 units of vehicles. He added that the seizures had a total duty payable of over 5 billion naira, and it is 269% higher than that of 2021.
Premium motor spirit, PMS, 441,100 liters, which is an equivalent of 14 tanker loads. Adulterated diesel, 1 tanker load. Second-hand clothing, 517 bales and 236 sacks. Foreign use bags, 3 bales and 384 pieces. Frozen poultry products, 1,523 cartons. Foreign textiles, 89 bales and 485 pieces. Vehicle compressors, 401 units.
The controller added that the Ogun Area 1 Command was able to record the successes based on the use of intelligence gathering and synergy with other security agencies, while the customs officers operate within the ambit of the law.
We appreciate the cooperation and collaboration we have received from some individuals and organizations, which occasioned a considerable measure of peace in our host communities and their environments in the year gone by, while hoping that there will be improvement in this respective year.
He said the command would continue to operate an open door policy by providing legitimate business owners and traders the needed support for their businesses to thrive, adding that the command also maintained a robust stakeholders engagement and good community relations.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has urged registered voters in Ogun State who are yet to collect their permanent voter cards, PVC, to use the opportunity of 7 days extension to collect it at their various wards. The head of Department Voter Registration and Publicity, INEC, Ogun State, Selina Beckley, who stated this, said uncollected cards will be returned to local government officers after January 22, the deadline. Lukman Adives's report is here presented.
To ensure that no one is disenfranchised, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, did not only take the PVC collection to various wards, but also extend the deadline for the collection at the ward level from the initial deadline of January 15th now to 22nd January 2023. At some PVC collection centers visited in Abeokuta, there were low turnout of registered voters as few people were seen on queue.
When I came here, I didn't see much crowd. Though I've been to their office at Okelewo before they directed me here that we need to come to Ward 7 Bodija to come and collect it. And when we came, they attended to us very good.
I did transfer from my former residence to a new one. So, and the process has been so easy. In fact, the INEC has done well.
Reacting to the low turnout of people at the ward-designated collection centers, the head of Voter Education and Publicity, INEC, Ogun State, Selina Beckley, explained that there were appreciable level of PVC collection during this period compared to the past elections.
The people have been coming out before the extension date. But when the date had been extended, you know, Nigerians, the way we are, we tend to do our thing the last minute. And we've been having series of sensitization at the television and radio stations, even at the marketplaces. And they send text messages because we have their phone numbers in the cards.
She also advised those who have collected their PVCs to keep it safe and ensure nothing tampers with it.
There's no point selling the card because the beavers will not admit the card because it doesn't belong to the person. I think that if you are twins, the Taiwo cannot use Kende's card. Kende cannot use Taiwo's card. So that is it, because your thumbprint will be different, your facial will be different.
The collection of permanent voter cards at the world's level will end nationwide on 22nd of January, and the uncollected cards will then be moved to INEC local government offices for collection till 29th January, which is the final deadline in accordance with INEC timetable.
The National Judicial Council has recommended the appointment of 9 heads of courts and 84 judicial officers for the federal and state courts in Nigeria. The heads of courts are justices in Kaduna, Kogi, Ondo, Gombe, Abia, Kwara, 3 presidents of customary courts of appeal in FCT, Ekiti, and Ebonyi states. The council also recommended the appointment of 84 other judicial officers in some of the states of the federation. A statement by the NGC Director, Information, Soji Oye, says all recommended judicial officers are expected to be sworn in after approval by their state governors and the state houses of assembly for the heads of courts. Channel 12 News continues shortly. Stay with us.
Yesterday I got a call from Globe. I won a 3-bedroom bungalow.
Yes, guys! Guess what? I won a car.
I won a generator by participating in the Festival of Joy promo by Globe.
Hey, don't do this one for me. To make it set to me with sewing machine.
I won generator last year. This year I won for art.
It's a celebration like no other, with prizes like no other. 20 new houses to be won. 24 brand new cars. 200 sewing machines. 100 generators. 1,000 rechargeable fans. Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# now.
That concludes Channel 12 News. I'm Ayala Balogo. Good afternoon. Good evening.